Hi everyone, this is Wendy and thank you for watching Ballet and Sneakers. Today I have the first video of 3 introducing turnout, the defining characteristic of classical ballet, which is achieved with a good posture. So, what is turnout? Well, if you have seen a ballet performance or a ballet class, you can tell that the feet and legs of dancers are not always facing forward like we normally stand and walk. It is actually the rotation of the legs at the hips that makes the knees, ankles, and feet to rotate outward. First of all, in order to have an ideal turnout, we need to concentrate on our pelvis alignment and our core stability. So I have 5 different exercises to help you have a better alignment. So let's get started. To start, lay on your back and bend your knees. Extend your arms at your sides and feel your head, ribs, and your lower back heavy on the floor. When you have spaces in between your neck and lower back, you will find what we call neutral pelvis. Now, let's activate the deep abdominals. Narrow your waist and sink the front of your pelvis. Now roll your pelvis in an under curve and let's take 5 breaths. Recover to neutral, and now roll your pelvis in an over curve, and let's take another 5 breaths. Recover, and let's repeat. Under curve, recover to neutral, and over curve. Remember to maintain the narrow and hollow action on your deep abdominals. During this exercise, you will be working your lower abdominal muscles. Exercise number 2. We also need to have some flexibility at the lumbar extensors. So, still on the floor, try to bring both knees towards your chest and hug your legs. And let's take 3 breaths. Good. Release. Bring the other leg and come back to it. And take 3 breaths. Try to feel the stretch behind your lumbar spine. And release. Exercise number 3. Another lumbar stretch will be to extend your legs forward and bend over your knees. Now, while doing this, you can bend slightly your knees and try to bend from your hips and reach forward with your belly button. And take the top of your head as much as you can forward, making a straight line from the top of your head to your tailbone. And let's take 5 breaths. When breathing in, think that the air comes to your lungs and then it travels to the muscle we are stretching. And breathe out. Now stretch your knees as much as you can and take 5 breaths. Exercise number 4. To have the correct neutral pelvic alignment, the hip flexors have to have a good amount of flexibility. So let's have the following stretch on a table or on a long and safe surface. Bring your leg towards your chest to establish your pelvis and allow the other leg to hang off the edge of the table. Take 5 breaths. Imagine your hanging leg heavy and the hip flexors melting and relaxing. Let's take the other leg. And take 5 breaths. Again, imagine the air going through your lungs and then towards your hip flexors. Good. And release. Exercise number 5. You can place a towel or a yoga mat so your knee rests on a soft surface and not on a hard floor. Okay, on a half kneeling position and keeping your hips facing forward throughout the exercise, keep your core and buttock muscles tight and engaged. Slowly shift your weight and arm forward. And let's take 5 good breaths. Bring your torso in an upright position. Now let's shift your weight and bring your arm over your head and take 5 more breaths. Keep your ribs and hips parallel to each other. Okay, let's now repeat to the other side. Remember to narrow and hollow your deep abdominals and engage your buttock muscles. And take 5 deep breaths. Bring your torso in an upright position. Now let's shift your weight and bring your arm over your head and take 5 more breaths. So guys, thank you for watching the first installment of Turnout. These exercises will help your posture overall. I've been introducing ballet steps in parallel position because I want your body to relate to something familiar and to feel comfortable with the alignment. So you have a better understanding before we get into more intermediate and advanced material. Thank you for watching Ballet and Sneakers, and remember, the world is your stage.